day one, good day all to this. The first Transformers review of 2015, and it's a good one. It's really a good one. Well, I mean, everybody who's into Transformers knows now, at the moment, there is this great massive thing called Combiner Wars coming out, really out of the blue as well. I mean, there seems to be no real sort of lead up to this. Hasbro have just said, look, you wanted combiners, here's combiners, have Combiner Wars and have some of the most awesome toys you've seen in about a year, because obviously we had Fall of Cybertron, which to be fair, that was 2 years ago, and as much as I like the charm of the Bruticus and all that, I really do, and some of the Fall of Cybertron toys are quite nice. They were a little on the tiny side, the quality wasn't that good. The plastic was very thin, as a lot of people have commented on, and the fans basically wanted a little bit more. So, Hasbro's come back this year and said, look, here you go, here's what you asked for, here's Combiner Wars. And everybody's basically mostly lost their shit over it, to be absolutely fair. Most people do seem to like them. A lot of people don't, but they're quite in the very vocal minority, I would feel. But we have today a little bit of a treat. Combiner Wars Optimus Prime. One of the first two that was released a little bit early from the toy shop Smyths in the UK. Now, they started popping up in America in Toys R Us now, but these were bought just before Christmas by myself. At Smyths Toys, and they were released a little bit early, but I'm very, very thankful and, you know, happy about that. But here we have Optimus. I'll do Silverbolt down the line, but everybody else seems to be doing Silverbolt at the moment, so I thought I'd give it a little bit of a different slant. So, Combiner Wars Optimus. There's no way in hell am I going to go into an Optimus Prime bio, because if you don't know who Optimus Prime is by now, you shouldn't be watching this video. And besides which, everybody in the world knows who Optimus Prime is. This is a bit of a different take on him. In this continuity, apparently Optimus can combine with other people to make Ultra Prime. So yeah, I think they're just doing it to shoehorn Prime him, and they needed a toy that was going to look pretty good for Motormaster when he comes out later on down the line. But here we have Optimus. It's unmistakably Optimus Prime in a massive semi-truck cab sort of a way. It's very nice. I do like this. There's a lot of nice detail going on here, especially with the front grille here. You've got the lights at the bottom with the little splitter thing that he has. He's got the two nice shiny windows. And if you look on the top, very, very nice detailing, especially like the Autobot symbol there as well. You've got a little bit of a split thing at the back there. We'll have a look at that later on. If you look at the side, yeah, a lot of nice detail going on. He's got nice sort of mirrors going on there. Nice side window, smokestacks. I was going to say short smokestacks. Well, they are short, but they were never long in the first place, so it doesn't really make a difference. Not an awful lot of painted detail on this toy, you notice. You've got a little bit on the windows there, the windows at the front, the headlights at the bottom there. Other than that, not a lot of painted details. I mean, you could maybe, if you wanted to, sort of dry brush some silver onto the wheel alloys there, maybe. On this side, you've got, obviously, it's his guns on the back there. But so it's very nice. You've got some nice detail on the engine, so it sort of makes a little engine block at the back there. And it doesn't join together, which is a shame. That would have been something that's good, but you've got like an engine block with two sort of exhausts. If you use your imagination, it's obviously his guns. But altogether, a very, very nice vehicle mode. Unmistakably Optimus Prime, but also you can see it's going to be in black and purple for Motormaster as well. It's going to look quite nice. Anyway, to robot mode. Let's take his guns. Firstly, robot mode's quite simple. All you do, you need to take these bits here and just pull, and then it'll give you sort of something that looks like that. You need to take this little panel there, put it down. Same on the other side. But just basically pull and pull out, and it should come out completely. And there, you'll have it looking like that. From there, you want to take these bits down, like so, and sort of pull these bits round so they open up, forming a false chest, which I really like. You then want to pull these bits around here so that the grille is facing forward, and then pull on the arms like so, and they're sort of double jointed, basically for the transformation into the Ultra mode, and you'll have something that looks like that. So just basically, you can tell that's going to be Optimus Prime from there on in. His legs have a sort of double jointed action thing going on, so they go like that, and then the whole bit comes out like so, very ratchety. So it comes out like so and clonks into there. So you got something that looks like that. Now, who's that, I wonder? Really, come on. From there, pull his legs apart, pop up his little feet, and there you've got basically Optimus Prime with that head. The head is my favourite reveal of this whole thing. It's my favourite piece, and when you see it, you will see why. On this bit here, you basically push down, and the whole thing is on a swivel and pops up Optimus Prime's head. That is great. I love that so much. It's just a nice touch to the ending of a nice figure. I must admit, when I first saw this figure on TFW 2005, when I was reporting on it for Back to the 80s, I must admit, I didn't like the look of this thing at all. I thought, oh no, that's not very nice. It looks kind of goofy. But you know what? I really like it. As a figure, it's really nice. For instance, let me just... There we go. There's Optimus's head in some nice detail. It looks really good. The whole top half of this robot looks really cool. From the Autobot stickers, and mind, they are stickers, to the chest, which is really nice. And flat as well. You don't often see flat chests on Optimus Prime. You've got big boobs going on. So this little bit here, which is very reminiscent of his G1 Transformers cartoon face. It's really nice. You've got the smokestacks at the back there for the ultimate homage. And his legs. Look at his legs. You've got nice little yellow bits here as well. Again, homaging his G1 Transformers cartoon sort of appearance. And then you've got the quintessential Optimus Prime legs at the bottom with the quintessential feet. I know it sounds stupid saying quintessential legs and quintessential feet, but so often you get things that call themselves homages of Optimus Prime, and it's not. It just looks a bit similar. This is a full-on homage by Hasbro to itself. It's self-referencing all over the place. Now, the articulation on this guy, you got the head, he's on a little bit of a ball joint, so he can slightly look up, slightly look down, but do pretty much what you want to do. His arms... Because he's a combiner, because he's the central part of a combiner, he does lose a little bit of articulation at the shoulders, but only at the shoulders. He can't move them, but he can move them at the bicep. They do go round nicely. And his arms, like I said, have got this weird double jointed thing going on, but that's quite good for posability if he wants to pose in many different ways. So you can pose him. His wrists don't, because again, that's something that's given up with the combiner aspect of everything that he has. He has got a waist swivel though, which is very nice. I do like the fact that he's got a waist swivel. It's not something you often see in Transformers of this sort of size. And his legs are a bit weird. Oh, I didn't mention, sorry. His arms do go out like that. Again, that's something that sort of, it's a nice little a piece put in there to basically counteract the fact that he does have to give up some articulation for combining purposes. But anyway, his legs, because they're basically combiner legs, they do go up. They don't really do much more than this. Oh, breaky, clunk, clunk. So massive ratcheting in there as well. But they don't go forward, they do go back and ratchet. Listen to that. His knees, they do only have one swivel on them, but that's absolutely fine, no problem with that. And obviously there's nothing in his ankles or anything like that. He does have his guns. Let me just pop Optimus down there a second. He does have guns. Like I say, he's got this little piddly thing, and he's got this, which is basically Optimus Prime's gun. Now, it can be used separately or as one big massive weapon like that. That's basically his Ultra Prime gun right there. Okay? Usually, that's kind of ridiculous to hold. So usually, you can pop them in fists. And then Prime has a bit of dual wielding going on there. Like I say, you can use it all as one massive gun. He's able to do that. But, as you'll see in a second here, kind of looks a bit ridiculous. It's okay. It's only okay. But anyway. Into his Ultra mode. It's very simple. All you do, pop the head back. I do love that. And his arms. Now let me see if I can remember how to do this. His arms go like this. So you turn them around so they're facing the other way, and then you pop them. There should be a little tab hole here. You can see that? And you've got a little tab there. What you need to do is put that tab into that hole. A little bit fiddly the first time you do it. There you go. And what you should see is that, basically. Okay, so let me do it on the other side. So turn it around and then tab the hole into the slot. So sorry, tab the tab into the slot. There you go. So you should end up with something that looks like that. And what you want to do then is pop his fist down, because basically what that's going to do. Okay, so it looks like that, because basically what you're going to end up there with these, a hole here and a hole here, and that's basically what his arms are going to do. That's where his arms are going to be. Okay, now his legs, what you want to do with those is swivel right around, so that looks like that. Effectively, you got this big blue bit here, you got this red shiny bit here, and you got his legs. And then all you do, turn his legs around, like so they look like that. And then what you need to do is basically turn his waist. But it's not all the way, so it's a couple, I think. What you need to do, basically, get them to a point where they kind of look like that. And then you've got these grey flaps down at the bottom here. And what they do, they basically, again, you've got a tab there. Point that out. A little hole somewhere there, right there. And all this little hole does is go into this tab, like so. There you go. So that kind of looks like that. So again, tab into the hole and like that. So he's kind of bow-legged at this point. Kind of bow-legged, but anyway. What you need to do then, you've got this little blue sort of nappy like flap thing, and that basically just goes there. That's his waist piece when he's Ultra Prime. And then finally, very finally, this bit here, pull out completely, and then you should see a little head popping out there. Like so. All you need to do, push once, push twice, and then that's up. Sort of adjust his headphones there, and there you have the beginnings of Ultra Prime. Let me hold that a bit further away. So that's what you've got there. That's the beginnings of Ultra Prime. Obviously, I've got no other pieces to put on him yet. I would love them, I really would, but they don't seem to have come out in Swansea just yet. But there you go. That's basically, that is Ultra Prime. Yeah. As soon as I have any pieces to put on him, I will update you on that one. But I can confirm it's a really good toy. It's a really nice toy to have. It's the same as a Silver Bow. They actually seem to have sort of struck it out the park on this one for once too, Hasbro. So, yeah, get them. Support this line, because this line is going to be a good one, I feel. There's lots of different things that are going to sort of be a part of it. And if it's successful enough, this could be the main Transformers line for a few years. So, yeah, do it. Do it. Do it! That's all from me this week, though. I shall be back next week with, I think... Oh, I forget. I think it's a Doctor Who review. So you should actually see my face next week. But, yeah. Enjoy yourselves this week. Have a good one. Have a safe one. Bye-bye for now. Support the line!